Hello and welcome to the Ascension Football League. I'm Joel Villafana. Local football will soon be back. Fingers crossed, toes crossed, cross your legs if you wish. Whatever you want to cross, local football will soon be back. As we anticipate the restart of football here in TNT, the first bit of action will come from the Ascension Football League. And today, the man behind the Ascension Football League is here. Here's what's coming up inside the Ascension.
Right now, a lot of the players are very disgruntled in Trinidad.
Watching the team train is breathtaking.
But football gave me everything. It have given me everything.
Straight to our big story this week. The football fraternity is bubbling with excitement. Players, coaches, managers just can't wait to get back on the field of play. The Ascension Football League is ready to kick off, once given the go-ahead by the authorities. So, I am pleased to have with me the man behind the Ascension Football League. He is businessman Richard Ferguson. Mr. Ferguson, I want to welcome you, first of all. Are you as excited? The cusp of excitement is real as Trinidad and Tobago's football is getting ready to, at least local football, get back onto the field of play. Are you as excited, I think, as the rest of the fraternity is?
Well, Joel, first let me say thanks for inviting me on the show. And I think, yes, I'm very excited, and I think the entire Trinidad and Tobago is excited as well. And I think the reason behind it is that this Ascension League is going to be a step up from the one that we had before. In that one, we have prize money as well, but this Ascension League is going to be shown on live television for the first time in the history of Trinidad and Tobago. In addition to that, this Ascension show as well will also cover the leagues, the Division 1 and Division 2, which will provide excitement, and it will dramatize the league as well. It will help tell the story behind the Ascension League. So yes, I'm very excited about it.
So just to make it very clear, whenever the authorities say yes, contact sport football can play again, the Ascension Football League is ready to rumble.
Absolutely, absolutely. In fact, the director of the tournament, Mr. Kyron Edwards, has actually written to the Prime Minister. He's also been in contact with the Minister of Sports, seeking their permission to actually start the league. Because, as I'm sure you are well aware, once the league starts, it is going to provide a foundation for players in Trinidad and Tobago, which would help fuel the success of the senior national team, which is run by Terry Fenwick. So that's another very important part. In addition to that, Ascension is also sponsoring the Women's League this year, which is going to be playing in the World Cup qualifiers as well. And again, that league will also provide the fuel and the foundation, the impetus for the women's team to help propel them into the World Cup that's coming up.
All right, good stuff, excellent stuff. Now, for those of you who may not know the brief history, the Ascension League surfaced in 2019, ran a very tight but electrifying league tournament that got the entire football fraternity buzzing. The pandemic, unfortunately, affected the league in 2020, but as I said, fingers crossed, toes crossed, and everything else crossed, we will be back in 2021. That's right. Mr. Ferguson, so I want you to look back with me just a bit. How did the Ascension Football League come to fruition? How did it all start?
The Pro League and the Super League was in talks in trying to set up the tier football league, tier 1, tier 2, and so on. But they were having problems getting financing and so on. And Brent Sancho and Jamal Shabazz came to me and asked me to run a league before that other league starts. And that's how it all started. But what we try to do is we try to make the football more profitable, more appetizing for the public. Because in addition to football, we also do entertainment, which complements the football. So notice in La Horquita, after our double headers, we would normally have 2 or 3 artists. There's a rhythm section, there's a DJ, and you know, there's normally a after the game party. And you would find that all goes well with the footballing public in Trinidad, who you know is very party oriented. And that's one of the things that we do. In addition to that, what we do is we try to make the football financially viable. What we noticed is that most pro league clubs, they had to, they were not generating enough funds to pay their players. So you'll find that when we run a game in La Horquita, we would normally make on average about 50,000 per game. So if we do 20 games, that would be about $1 million. So if I with $1 million, we could pay our players, cover expenses and so on. And this is without any subvention from the government or any such things. So that's one of the things that we're doing in the Ascension League, is trying to make football viable, professional, and make it more sustainable in the future.
A little about yourself now, Mr. Ferguson. How long, first of all, have you been involved in football?
Well, I actually got in football in 2015. Dave Comina, who I've known for a while, he had asked me to assist him in his team, which was playing in the East Zone, that's La Horquita XF. And then in 2017, I started up my own team, which was Terminex Lightning. And they played in 2017 in the East Zone. After that, in June of 2018, we purchased Rangers from Mr. Fackery and Mr. Piper. We had initially tried to get into the Pro League, but they had denied us entry. So we eventually struck a deal with Mr. Fackery and Mr. Piper, and we bought Rangers. And then we played in the 2018 Pro League. And then in 2000, we didn't do very well. As usual, you know, Rangers normally comes last in the Pro League. And then in 2019, we actually brought in a lot of new players, we introduced new coaches, we introduced more nutrition. We got this ground here in La Horquita with the permission of the Tunapuna Piarco Regional Corporation, which allowed us to refurbish this ground. And then in August 2019, we played the first Ascension League. And then again, we competed in the Pro League in 2019 as well. It finished in March 2020. We didn't do so badly this time. In the first Ascension League, Rangers came second. Defence Force came first. And Jablote came third. In the FCB Cup, which was the next major tournament, we played unbeaten to the final, but we lost the final. So we didn't do too badly in that one as well. And in fact, and then we played in the Pro League after that, where we finished second in an abridged version of the tournament. But on all, I think the club has done well. They have moved from the worst club in Trinidad and Tobago to probably one of the best.
No, you popped onto the scene in terms of into the limelight, Mr. Ferguson, in 2019. And I think that's when you ran for the presidency of the TTFA. Many people were asking, and probably still asking, who is Mr. Ferguson? You can answer that question for me today?
Sure. Well, first and foremost, I am a chartered certified accountant. That is my profession. And I went to the University of West Indies. I have a Bachelor of Arts from the University of the West Indies. I'm a fellow of the Association of Chartered Certified Accountants in England. I'm a member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants, Trinidad and Tobago. I also have an MBA. I'm also a software engineer, several different skills. You know, so I'm fairly well educated. And I think what happened is that we brought a certain level of business acumen to football. That is what we are bringing. And I think football is a business. And what we saw in 2019 was that football was being run with a lot of emotions. There was two polarized individuals in football, one on one side, one on the next side. So I think what I was convinced that I should run. You know, I myself am not a politician, but I was convinced I run because there was a feeling in the football fraternity that I gave an option between the two polarized divisions in football. There was a third person, somebody different outlook, different perspective. And I think a lot of people had asked, you know, why buy Rangers? You know, why not buy Central FC, which had a history of major success? But the reason that we bought Rangers is because they normally fail. There's a history of failure in Rangers. So when you see this massive turnaround, you're showing what a change in management can do. You know, with weak leadership, you're going to get weak results. But if you have a strong leadership pool with a structured, organized, planned method of doing things, you're going to see success. And this is what has happened to the Rangers football team. La Okita Rangers has turned around 180 degrees. Nobody could believe it's the same team that was playing 3 or 4 years ago. It's totally different. You know, different infrastructure, different, you know, assets. You know, I think we are the only team in the Pro League that has a ground. There is one in Point Fortin, but that ground lacks facilities. You know, it really doesn't have safe stands. You know, it doesn't have, you know, toilet facilities and so on. So I think we are the only team in the Pro League that has a stadium or a ground that has the necessary facilities to play professional football.
So, Mr. Ferguson, I want you to stay with me. Mr. Ferguson has been doing a lot of work behind the scenes and on the ground in local football. As he just mentioned, he made a run for the presidency of the TTFA back in 2019. Does he still have a desire to run Trinidad and Tobago's football? When we come back, the big story continues right here on the Ascension Football Show.
The situation we have here is that these characters, and I refer to them as pests, right? What they are doing is destroying our country, but not on my watch. No street, no turf, no block shall belong to these cockroaches, right? It's no longer business as usual. Happy hour is over. If they don't fear God, at least they will fear Terminix.
Have you considered how your methods could impact on pests across the country?
I find we look after the rights of pests as opposed to the rights of the 1.3 million law-abiding citizens in Trinidad and Tobago. I wonder if Roach Ladden's son come here for a carnival, if you'll interview him, eh?
But how could you defend one shot, one kill?
What, you want me to throw a pillow at him?
I didn't say that.
No, well, if a roach jumps in front of you now, what will you do?
Run.
Oh, Jesus, Lord Father.
Pests bothering you? Call Terminix at 672-5007 or 672-0042 or visit our website at terminix.co.tt for a free quote and consultation. Join our fight against pests.
Get in the game with Ascension. Quality for champions. Ascension! Ascension! Premium quality and style make you stand out all the time. Ascension is quality for champions. Ascension fit is always right. Take your game to higher heights. Ascension got the quality for champions. So everybody say, hey, oh. We wearing Ascension when we play. To run out on the field in style. What's the brand that we want? Ascension! 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 We wearing what we wearing is Ascension. Quality for a champion. Ascension! We wearing what we wearing is Ascension. Quality for a champion. Ascension! We wearing what we wearing is Ascension. Get in the game with Ascension. Quality for champions.
pests bothering you? Call Terminix at 672-5007 or 672-0042 or visit our website at terminix.co.tt for a free quote and consultation. Join our fight against pests.
Amante Del Cafe is located at Magnificent Mall, number 271 Southern Main Road, McBean, Couva. Amante Del Cafe. Happiness begins with brew. Lasso Frey Maritime Limited provides boat storage, hull and launch, boat repairs, boat engine repairs, secured parking, 24-hour security, and extensive camera system, boat charters, boat rentals, and down the island parties. For more info, contact 634-1653. Lasso Frey Maritime Limited, the best in marina services. Life's better on a boat.
The big story continues here on the Ascension Football Show. I'm Joel Villafana. We have with us the man behind the Ascension Football brand, Mr. Richard Ferguson. Now, Mr. Ferguson made his intentions very clear back in 2019, as he mentioned in the first part of this show, that he thought that there was need for a third person to pop in to kind of separate the two political sides in local football. But so much has happened since Mr. Ferguson would have run back in 2019. The question, I think, on the table now, Mr. Ferguson, do you still have the desire to challenge and run again for the presidency of the TTFA?
Well, Joel, that's a very good question. And I can answer that question as it pertains to now. You know, we're not sure what is going to happen in the future, and you know how the environment or the landscape may change, but right now, I feel I can help contribute, I can help make a difference. You know, one of my skills, one of my professional skills is financial management. And the issues that the TTFA is having with the $70 million debt and so on, that is one of the things that I could fix, because I have the ability to do that. And I've done it before in other large corporations and companies and so on. So I feel so. But it's not a deal breaker, or I wouldn't, if I don't win or I lose, I don't become antagonistic or despondent or anything like that. You know, as I said the last time I ran for the presidency, I said in our manifesto, should either side win, should John Williams win, should Lucloy win, should Wallace win, I will support them. You know, because after the election, we had to live with one another. We have to play together. We can't get emotional. We have to take rational decisions. And this is how I feel about it. But I believe I have a skill set that I could bring to TTFA.
And I mean, knowing the history in local football and the division, as I said, two sides of the coin, do you see yourself as probably even uniting those two forces, getting people to work together for the betterment of football?
Absolutely, absolutely. And that, I think, is where we need to go. We need to work together. Football is a team sport. And if you try to put 11 guys on a field, they will not play well. You need to put a team on the field. You need to have synergy among the players. They need to know one another and play together. And we need the administration to be the same. You know, I think Mr. Lucloy has enormous technical skills and ability, as well as Mr. Shabazz and Mr. John Williams and so on. And you need to get everybody to work together for a common purpose, right? As opposed to your own self-interest. So we need to go that way. So
some of the stakeholders, Mr. Ferguson, may challenge you, and they may say, what does Mr. Ferguson know about football? Is he passionate about football? Does he even love the game? Why is he involved in football to this extent?
Well, what I would suggest is that football is a business. At this level that we operate at, football is a business. And you need to adopt a business structured approach. What you do at a very low club level, you cannot do at this level. You know, you need to do cash flow statements, you need to do budgets, you need to plan, you need to manage your finances properly, you need to pay your players properly, you need to manage all these stakeholders. It's a business. And that is what the skill you need to bring. to run it properly. Because right now, a lot of the players are very disgruntled in Trinidad. And what they are claiming, and I'm not saying that they are correct, but what they are claiming is that the problem is the administration is not doing a proper job, and it is trickling down and is affecting their performance. As you know, Joel, Trinidad was at one point 25th in the world. That is very, very good for a country with 1.3 million people. Now we are 103 in the world, you know, and we really not realizing our potential. But this is the argument. The administration needs to sort out a lot of the problems, and then you're going to see the football. You're going to see the football results on the field.
Mr. Ferguson, I want to thank you very much for joining us today. It's been a pleasure having you, and we are all looking forward to when football resumes on the field of play and when the Ascension Football Tournament kicks off right here, hopefully in 2021, sooner rather than later. We're taking a short break, and when we come back, we go up and down the Ascension Football League.
Get in the game with Ascension. Quality for champions.
Hey, Ascension! Ascension! Premium quality and style make you stand out all the time. Ascension is quality for champions. Ascension fit is always right. Take your game to higher heights. Ascension got the quality for champions. So everybody say, hey, oh, we wearing Ascension when we play. To run out on the field in style. What's the brand that we want? Ascension! 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 We wearing what we wearing is Ascension. Quality for a champion. Ascension! We wearing what we wearing is Ascension.
Get in the game with Ascension. Quality for champions.
Pest control is a pain, but you don't have to go it alone. If you're a business that needs someone who will fix your problems point blank, go with the brand that's tested. Go with Terminix. Our Trinidad franchise neutralizes the threat of tropical insects and ensures that companies, from food production to hospitality, protect their investment and get the maximum value from our relationship. Contact us today for a free consultation and quote, and let's introduce you to convenience.
All right, it's time to head up and down the Ascension, and we head up the east side as we focus on Terminix La Hoqueta Rangers, a club that has emerged a few years ago, the first team really representing a professional team out of the La Hoqueta area. The team gathered a decent bunch of players and challenged strongly for the title in the first Ascension tournament, placing third. Dave Kwamina is the man, the head coach of the team, and he is here with me to look inside the team and look at the team's preparations ahead of the restart of the Ascension League. Mr. Kwamina, thank you very much for being here. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Following a good performance in the first tournament, the team showed itself, as I said, improved drastically from what we know Rangers to be. Tell me about that progress of the team that you got first and the team that you have today.
I think the team that we had first in the first season was basically a young team. They were the age group between, they could say, 16 to 22, and it was a development process. The team that we have now is a more mix. There's youth, there's same youth, but there's more experience, and we try to make the more experienced players help the younger players.
Yeah, yeah. So you have a nice mix of youth
Yeah,
and
that-
experience.
yeah, it's a
now.
mix there, yeah.
These players, tell me a little bit about the composition of the team now, because as I said, players to watch. I think you have some exciting players on the fringe of national selection. Maybe tell me about that composition that you have gathered.
I think we have we have the likes of ball pest, Sir Cummins, Karen Cummins. We have Tyrone. We have Russ Russell. We have a couple of more experienced men, but the youngsters, we also have players like Isaiah Lee. We have a youngster from South, Junior Soon. We also have Johannes. We have Jabari St. Hilaire. And the list go on, but there's more youth than experience.
Yeah. What excites you about the combination of players you have now? Because talk to me about the strengths of this Lockett team now.
I think the strength is speed. I think our strength is speed. We have a lot of pace. We have more pace than we have pacey players. The competition when we're running small-sided games or 11-a-side, full size, the competition stiff.
Competition
right?
for places.
Yeah, it's real stiff. Nobody eases up no one. We have a couple of watching the team train is breathtaking. Watching from outside, if you come to view the training, you'll be amazed. You'll be blown away.
How excited are you, and by extension the players, for getting back into action? Because I know you guys have been training regularly, but in terms of actual on the field play is an entirely different thing. How excited are you guys?
Yeah, well, we hope that the PM could call tomorrow and say, let's get it on. But at the same time, we have to respect the rules. I think everybody can wait, but it's a double-edged sword, right? So we have to be responsible and wait and hold out, but right at this point we can't wait. We holding on. We anxious to start back.
But how challenging has that been, Mr. Commoner? Because I know you've been working with these players, and yes, we know it's coming, but we don't know when. I'm sure these players, players like to know, okay, we're working towards this tournament, then on X date, Y date. That must be challenging to.
Well, most of the players do their stuff personal, some online, some do it personal. So we try. We try. I can't say nothing, but I anxious to start, right? And for the players, so we hope that we could get a call in like that quick.
Yeah. Take me back to the first Ascension League when you guys were basically a new outfit. But as I said, you challenged and you gave a real good account of yourself. What was that experience like playing in a tournament with this team?
The team had to gel. As you know, the football has no secret. I think you have to wait. You can't just bring a team. It don't happen like that. Chemistry has to kick in. The team has to gel together. We have to put in a lot of work. Players have to know one another. And it was a testing time. Players and the style of play, the way that we try to play is a quick. We try to go forward quick, and everybody know what to expect of each other on the team. And I think it's a little more. We gel a little more now, but before it was difficult because it was players getting to know one another. So it get better than how it was before.
Yeah, the players have what is now a proper home ground here in La Hoqueta. I mean, that has to be something that everybody, including yourself, would have welcomed. The players have a base to come to. I mean, that has been very, very good, I'm sure, for you.
Yeah. Yes. You see, the La Hoqueta have a lot of history. If you're from the East-West corridor, you'll know about this ground. This ground have a lot of history. We have a lot of national players came through La Hoqueta, and we try to get the community involved. As much as game day, the community comes out in numbers. They really support the team, and we appreciate it. Right? Very few teams in Trinidad and Tobago have their personal ground, and we try to appreciate it.
Talk to me now, finally, about the ambition of this team as we look ahead to the new league in 2021. What's the ambition of this team this coming season?
I think the ambition is really to win. Right? Everybody wants to be a winner, but you have to work to win. You don't just get something, don't just fall in your lap. You have to put in the work, and as long as you put in the work, the results will come. I think we try. Mr. Ferguson, Richard Ferguson, he tried to make everybody comfortable. Coaching the team is an easy thing because outside of the team, he makes everything, he structured everything, so we don't have to worry about nothing. If you ask any one of the players, they'll tell you it's a structured organization. He makes us organized and smooth sailing after that. He makes it happen.
So the objective is to win.
To win.
But how confident are you as the coach that you can achieve that objective?
No, well, as long as we keep our foot on the ground,
Yeah.
don't be cocky, be humble, and everything will fall in place.
Mr. Comino, thank you very much for joining us. Up and down the Ascension League, that is the man behind Terminix Lahokata Rangers. As I said, one of the teams that you got to look out for when the Ascension League tournament kicks off coming soon. Stay with us.
The situation we have here is that these characters, and I refer to them as pests, right? What they are doing is destroying our country, but not on my watch. No street, no turf, no block shall belong to these cockroaches, right? It's no longer business as usual. Happy hour is over. If they don't fear God, at least they will fear Terminix.
Have you considered how your methods could impact on pests across the country?
I find we look after the rights of pests as opposed to the rights of the 1.3 million law-abiding citizens in Trinidad and Tobago. I wonder if Roach Ladden's son come here for the carnival, if you'll interview him, eh?
But how could you defend one shot, one kill?
What, you want me to throw a pillow at him?
I didn't say that.
No, well, if a roach jumps in front of you now, what will you do?
Run.
Oh, Jesus, Lord Father.
Pests bothering you? Call Terminix at 672-5007 or 672-0042 or visit our website at terminix.co.tt for a free quote and consultation. Join our fight against pests.
Get in the game with Ascension. Quality for champions.
Ascension! Ascension! Premium quality and style make you stand out all the time. Ascension is quality for champions. Ascension fit is always right. Take your game to higher heights. Ascension got the quality for champions. So everybody say, hey, oh. We wearing Ascension when we play. We run out on the field in style. What's the brand that we want? Ascension! 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 We wearing what we wearing is Ascension. Quality for a champion. Ascension! We wearing what we wearing is Ascension. Quality for a champion. Ascension! We wearing what we wearing is Ascension.
Get in the game with Ascension. Quality for champions. Amante Del Cafe is located at Magnificent Mall, number 271 Southern Main Road, McBean, Couva. Amante Del Cafe. Happiness begins with brew. Lasso Frey Maritime Limited provides boat storage, hull and launch, boat repairs, boat engine repairs, secured parking, 24-hour security, and extensive camera system, boat charters, boat rentals, and down the island parties. For more info, contact 634-1653. Lasso Frey Maritime Limited, the best in marina services. Life's better on a boat.
I'm Karen Ballpest Cummins, a proud player of Terminex Locketa Rangers. I've grown up with my grandmother and she always sent me outside to play with the bigger boys, you know, and I was a mascot. It was proud to be a mascot them days. Because you can't play amongst them, you just had to run ball. You had to, when you get a chance to play, you get a little chance, but it was a joy at an early age to play with a ball. Well, the community, back in that time, it used to be small goal competition. Different village coming together and playing amongst one another. And I always want to represent my village, playing amongst players from Carnage, playing against players from Cocorite, from St. James, from further Indigo Martin. You know, it was something you always had a joy for, playing amongst your age bracket, want to be the best, you know. It started off liking the game, getting to run for ball to give back players who you like, you know. And what catch my eyes with the footballer, I get to realize other players doing things that I enjoy seeing. So I always want to try to do that. So on my own spare time, I would take a ball and I would learn to do a dribble. Or do it just how I see the person who I admire doing it. So every time I go and watch our next game play, I always try to imitate certain players. And that's when I realize, hey, football is the thing that you want to be. You want to be a footballer, you know, and the likes are Cohen Jamot, Russell Atapi, Terry St. Louis, a number of players. You know, when they do nice things, it always grabs them. So football was a thing I always want to do from small. A friend take me when I was 6 or 7 years old to watch Trinidad play. I never forget. And when I see Trinidad players coming into the big bus and seeing Latapi, Stern John, Dwight York, when I see those guys and them coming in the bus, you know, it turned a dream. I say, one day I want to be coming out that bus. So I had to see the things that them doing and put it into my game, you know. And it's something from that time to now I keep doing. I always try to improve the young players around me. I always try to get more knowledge about the game to be a more better impact, you know. Well, my strengths on the field is further up the park, creating the attack, you know, and getting more numbers going forward and having more possession in attack, you know. So I base my game on more creativity. Since I've come to Locketa, Terminex, I put more defensive games. Things that I never used to do in my game, I started putting it into my game. Like playing more deeper, covering more grounds going forward, being a more complete player, you know. And it changed my style of my game plenty. I find I'm more mature in the game now, and this is the best time in my career, I believe. The first time I got called up, I was 16. I get called up, and that time, and when you get called by the national team, you used to see like 300 people getting called up same time. So it then used to be like 30 people. So when you get called up and seeing the amount of guys from Arima, South, Port of Spain, Tobago, different regions, you know, you intend to build a bond with players throughout your career. And today, me and majority of the players from since the first call-up I get still is close friends. We still playing the game together. And outside of football, we's good friends. So football, you know, the first call-up, it make me meet new people. We live a football life. We enjoy being around one another, and it's a joy. So the first time I get the call, you know, I started to realize, Pes, things getting lighter on your side, you know. You're not just admiring people now you have to at least be a product. You need to go to the next level. You need to to do things different. You know, you need to get fit, you need to learn the game, you need to be fast, you need to bring results. So that was the limelight for me to be a professional, you know. From the national team, it started with my club, W Connection. W Connection was an impact on me for me to be a senior team player, you know. There I learned majority of football, you know, and playing with professionals like Jefferson Gullard, Otis Whitley, you know, they bring you up to that standard. My first call-up was with Russell Atapi, one of my major idols, you know. So when I get the first call-up, I say, Pes, this is the time for you to go forward and never turn back, you know. And getting coached by Russell Atapi and that belief to do things, it was a joy. It was a joy. It was something to just go forward and never look back. And that's how the senior team with me start. So I have the desire to be on the national team, yes. I work hard at it every day, you know. I make sure that I'm fit, so if the selection come, I can take it with open hands. Well, the nickname Ball Pes, I get it when I was 4 years old. In my community, the big people used to gather and play cards, and the court used to be empty. So every single day I could take a bottle or a ball, whatever, soft ball with the boss and remain, I could take it, and I always on the court. I'll take a stone and draw out a goalpost on the wall, and I will always keep dribbling by myself and trying to score. And one evening a man come and he say, oh, you always on the court, you don't go man bathe, you don't do no schoolwork, nothing. Well, go home, boy, before I call your father and them for. And every time he run me inside, when he turn me back and run, I go in back outside. Until he come out there and he say, here, what's going on? Go on by 5 Lucas for man. If you score in that goalpost, I will stop harass you. And I went, I buy my Lucas and I scored twice. And he said, boy, use a real Ball Pes. From today, your name is Ball Pes, boy. And the person he come and pass away the next year, and the Ball Pes name live on, you know. Well, my first club experience was with W Connection. When I left school, well, actually I didn't left school. An incident happened with me in school, and I've been thrown out. And I leave and went to W Connection. I was actually the only person from Port of Spain playing with W Connection. And all the rest of the guys was from South. So every time I go back to watch an intercol school football and see all my friends play, I used to always feel depressed because I had to go quite south to train. And every time I train and I do something good, my friends not there to see my success coming. So I always used to leave and go back to try to play games with them. But W Connection was a very good stepping stone for me because I had plenty role models right there to learn from. Well, after W Connection, I leave and I went to Northeast Stars, coached by Angus Eve. Very, very, very good coach, you know, and he brings some different qualities out of what I was missing in my game, you know, like being more dangerous in attack. And actually playing midfield, he put me to play striker, and that was my best season in the league. After that, I got called up by Steve Nat, and that is where the glory days started to come with Ball Pes. Yeah, well, after Northeast was the a zone team home by me because I took up my injury, and after then I came to Terminex Rangers. Well, actually, Terminex Rangers is the first club I played with so much of my friends. You know, plenty of the guys who I went to school with, plenty of the younger guys living in the communities close to me. So we have that relationship. So it's easier to go on the pitch and execute. You know, we have that bond. But something catchy about Rangers. Rangers is the first club I get to express myself. you know. I get to share my knowledge, be a leader on the team, because I was the oldest player on the team, you know, and having a fantastic boss like Ferguson, who always let the players believe in themselves, push to go to the next level, you know, it is a joy. It's a joy. So it really had plenty special moments right here for me, because the first club actually, you had a fight to come off the bench. You know, if you do a good game, you don't want to see back the team in a very long time. So it had good joy right here. No, football for me is something, is life. You know, things doesn't always go your way. You know, it's challenges, and you just have to learn to deal with it as it comes. But football gave me everything. It have given me everything. I see all over the world, you know, and if it wasn't for football, I would not get the chance to do that. I had downtime, and I use the downtime to work hard and get back at it. And I had some happy time, and they just had to keep the memories, you know, and keep working hard to keep getting it back and continue doing good things. I can't see myself doing nothing else, but I like animals. So probably I might open a pet shop or see about animals. That is the only thing. I don't like to do nothing else than football. Football is my life, that's my joy. From the national team, I get an opportunity to go to Orlando with Kevin Molino was there, and everything went good. I did get through with the club. I leave to come back to play against America in Trinidad here, you know, and it's something sad to talk about, because you had to accept it as life, you know. I came back and I went to a boat ride the day before I went. The next day, 12 o'clock, I had to leave, you know, and the incident come and happened where somebody came to rob me and I've been shot, you know, and knowing that he's a footballer and your dreams now coming true, it take a tone on me with life itself, because I had to walk the road hearing rumors about something that was never true. I had to see the team leaving and going to play games. I had to see the vision of my dreams slipping, going that way. And the hardest thing you have to do, you have to get back up and go again. I didn't know how to deal with it, because I wanted to use anger towards it. And actually my father told me something that had stick to me one time. He said, "Pes, let me tell you this. Let sleeping dogs lie. Focus on getting back up, and God will deal with that on his own time, man." You know, and that acknowledged me one time. I said, "Pes, you could sit down and dwell on it and want to use ignorance, and it won't work. Because you never get nobody no life, so you shouldn't go down that road doing wrongs." You know? Things does happen, but not everybody has got a second chance to do what they want. You know, you're still alive, so go and work hard and try to get back to which part it was, and the opportunity will come again. And so it did.
Hey guys, brand new segment that we are introducing on you today. It's called Coach's Corner. And first of all, we bring forward one of our former national players, now coach, Ansel Elcock, and he will run through some serious routines with you. Here's Ansel Elcock with our Coach's Corner.
There's 1,000 different ways in which to warm up, but today we're going to be going through some simple routines with the youth players from Larkita Rangers Academy. Before game, you have basically 20 minutes before the start of the game. Yeah? So you give each player 5 minutes on their own so that they can pass the ball, slides. Each players do different things. Some players jog around, some players stretch, and then you come with the higher intensity so that the coach who would be in charge can get a heart rate, as I say earlier on, from point A to point B, so you're ready to go. The consequences of not warming up. Basically, it comes down to one thing, injuries. And as a player, your livelihood is football. Your football is, the less you get injured, it's better your performance would be. So if you're in warm-up, problems, aches and pain, muscle pain. Example, as a defender, the opposing team hit a long ball and you have to go to sprint. Eventually, your muscle, because it's not warm, so you can't get your heart rate from 0 to 100. Yeah? When the muscle get warm, which means the muscle loose, and when the muscle loose, you're flexible. And when you're flexible, you can go from 1 to 100 like that, very quick. The first one, simple stride out, nice and easy, and come back down. Yeah. Second one, knees up, nice and easy, because you're now getting warm. Good, nice and easy. Come back down. Kick it up in the back. Good, nice and easy. Switch it up a little bit. Just right here, yeah. Nice and easy going up and down, because you ain't gonna be ready for that one as yet. Good, nice. And now again. This one, the same one I showed you just now. Let's go. Go. Yeah. Good. 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 Normally, basically, what you do in these exercises, you're going to do 2 in each. So you get the body warm, right? Now, and you stretch a little bit. Right? So you get the body blood flowing a little bit, stretch, and then we'll take it up a little more. Starting here, yeah, and good. Right, let's go. Good, 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 good. Go. Good, good. So now we're 40% into the warm-up, so we're going into some light stretching. So we're starting first one with the light stretching, nice and easy, down, toes up, so you're stretching the calves and the hamstring. Breathe in and out, hold for 8 seconds. And switch, next one, go down, nice and easy. Hamstring and calves. Yeah? Feeling it? Good. Nice. Breathe in and out. Right? Second one. Right there. Let's go. Right? And just push to the side. So we get the inner side of the hamstring. Toes pointing forward. That's right. Good. And next side. Good, and up. Just shake it out. Right, just pull it up. Yeah, and push down. Things up, yeah. Good. Right, and push down. Right, good. So you get the quad muscle. Right? Use your hand for balance. And switch. Push down with your right foot. Yeah. With your right foot. Yeah, good. Good. And good, good. All right, let's pull it up. Good. And next. Good. And shake it out. Shake it out. Good. Right here. Switch. Good. Next side. Stretch it. Get this across your body. Yeah. Good. Take it out. Shake it out. Shake it out. Next side. Good. Right here. Stretch it. Getting the old bones cracking. Good. Rock it back. Stay right there. Rock it back. Good. Rock it forward again. So getting it going. Good. Stretch it here. Right. Good. Get this one up. Yeah. Next one. Next side. And good. Yeah. So now we're 90% ready to go to the game. So we're gonna do our final stretching. Good. Stretch right here and open out. Yeah. Go right like this. And next side. Good. See if we can hold it. Good. Rest your foot. Yeah. Good. 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 Yep, yeah. So you get the going. Rest your hand and push back. Open a little more, right, and push back. So you get the groin muscle. Come forward. Breathe in and out. Open a little more. Right, and push back again. The importance of breathing and out, which we are controlling your body, you're controlling yourself. Yeah? So the more you breathe in and out, is the lower, more flexible you would be. Yeah? Let's go. And normal. Alright. Alright, shake it out. Your partner. Right foot up. Good. And come forward. Good. Breathe in and out, breathe in and out. Yeah. Good, switch. So you get a little, same thing basically was doing on the ground, but you're going a little deeper here now. Try and touch it with both legs, with both hands, sorry. Yeah. Alright, good. You feeling that more there? Alright, good. Just like this. And you raise my leg. Hold my leg. Right? And I push them down. So you're getting the quad muscle. Yeah? So that in case in case you're striking the ball from day one, you're ready to go. Right? So let's go. Alright, good. Feeling it? Good. Next. Anything you're doing, hold it for 8 seconds, breathe in and out. And good. So you loosen up there now. You loosen up. Right, loosen the neck. Right, go right wrong. Both sides, 3 on each side. Right, forward and back. Right, and now that we're ready to go, any little final stretches that you need to do as the player, as the individual, because you would know your body, you go ahead and do it, and you're ready to go there, right? The importance of breathing in and out of the stretching. Every time you breathe, you go deeper and deeper and deeper. The 8 seconds is to make sure you get your muscle enough time for the stretching. Okay? Now that I did my part as a coach, I get here 99%. You, for the next 1%, you go and do whatever your body needs to get yourself ready.
All right, thank you very much, Ansel. That's going to do it for today, folks. So this week, another episode of the Ascension Football Show. Join us every week here where we bring you the latest action on the football circuit here in Toronto Bay.